Hey guys, it's Kelly Ann and welcome to a Flossy Friday. Today is January 29th. So I have a lot to show. I don't have any finishes. Kind of like oversold myself. The weekend was a little crazy coming out of my fast. There was a slight issue, not anything like crazy or like bad. But we're all good now. And update on weight loss, I'm at 120 down. So that's really exciting. I'm getting closer and closer to my final goal, which is a maze. So, okay. So I'll talk about what I worked on this week. I kitted something up this week and kind of what's in my peripheral for the upcoming month or a couple of weeks, and some of the things that I want to focus on and hopefully get some finishes in February. And yeah, so let's just dive right in to a little bit of an update. So that's like health update. I'm doing fine. I have missed my electrolytes a few days, so like my bones in like certain spots are a little tender, but I'm back to drinking them. I do really well drinking my electrolytes, but then I have like days where I forget to like make a new like giant batch. And if you forget for a couple of days, then you have a couple of days where you're like sore. Or you have like a day where you're sore and you go, oh crap. And then you have a couple of days of like getting them back in your system and your body being like, okay, we're good again. So I'm in the, we're getting back to okay, we're good again, but like they're still a little achy, you know? But otherwise, the cats are doing good. Work is still super, super busy. Like I am slammed every day, but it's been a whole lot better and it's like super creative, so I don't mind it as much. And so that's been really nice. It has been a little bit less crazy. And so that's been really good. But otherwise, I'm trying to think. Otherwise, that's going good. And it's still crazy busy and like tired and exhausted at the end of the day, but like happier, if you know what I mean. The cats are currently at my dad's. So I was a little sad last night because I was here without them, and that's kind of hard for me. But I am going to see my cousins this weekend and go to like a hockey game and stuff. So, and I'm gonna be gone like a day or two longer than normal, and my friend who normally watches them isn't gonna be here either. So my dad is watching them, and he came and got them yesterday, so I was a little down. And my dad's really busy next week, so we aren't really sure what day. Like, we're hoping that he can bring them back on Tuesday, but it may not be until like Wednesday or Thursday. So you know, I have a little bit of anxiety over like, I don't know exactly what day I can get my little children back, but they're in good hands, so I'm not worried about it. But you know, you like separation issues, right? But they're doing fine. Stella is now officially 4 months old, like give or take, like a week maybe, but still only in like the 3-pound range. So she's still really short. She's gotten longer, but not really gained weight. And Potter, they're too adorable. I post as much as I don't think will overly sicken people. Like I feel like I post more of them than I do my stitching nowadays, which is probably accurate. Okay, so let's just dive into stitching. So last weekend, I wanted like bright, fun colors. I also wanted like easier fabric to kind of like stitch on. So I did a poll on Instagram, and I was going to vlog last weekend. I started vlogging, and then there was like some of those issues with the coming out of the fast thing, and I was just very tired a lot. Like I got a fair amount of like stitching and stuff done, but I would get really tired and stuff like that, like while like my energy was getting reboosted and all that kind of stuff. And so I kept on falling asleep, and I don't know. I didn't have the energy. I only really vlogged for like a day and a half, and I was like, whatever. I'm not going to do this. So it's kind of what happened. But I put up a poll on should I work on Laundry Co. or should I work on The Best Is Yet to Come from the Emma Congdon Stitchrovia book. And it was 50-50 most of Friday afternoon. Up until I started stitching, and the ultimate decision was like I'm gonna stitch on Ada because it will be just easier like mentally on me right now. So I worked on The Best Is Yet to Come all weekend. All I have left is to finish like the banner. It's solid fill-in stitching basically, so I still have a chunk to go, but it's almost done. I have 3 colors left. I have a little bit of the darker teal on the one side of the banner. I have a little bit of light pink to fill in around the flowers and in the words, and then it's just fill in with the lighter teal. So this is on an 18 count, just white Ada from the craft store. I didn't do anything to it. And this is from the cross stitch for the Soul book by Emma Congdon, also known as Stitchrovia. Stitchrovia on Etsy, but this is her first book. It came out last April or May on Amazon, and she's coming out with like a earth themed, like good for the planet, good for the earth, good for the animals type version of a book, and it comes out this upcoming April, I believe, and it is already up for pre-sale on Amazon as well. So go check that out. They've posted 6 of the patterns that will be in it. But this is where I am at with The Best Is Yet to Come so far. So you can see pretty much all of it. There's pink that goes up into these letters a little bit. There's a light pink that make these flowers bigger. I've got to finish this dark teal, like I said, up this side. And then the rest is just solid fill in with this lighter tealy blue. So I'm getting really, really close on this one. But I worked on it Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. And I got pretty close, but I wanted to, Monday, the new Frosted Pumpkin came out for the Christmas wreath, and I was feeling doing some latch hook. So that's why I ended up switching. But I think I am going to take this with me this weekend, because once I finish, just maybe, I do want to finish this one coming up, but I am going to take this with me this weekend, and try and get some work done on it and hopefully a finish. So that will be coming with me. And I will show the latch hook, but it takes up a lot of space, so I'll probably show it closer to the end. But I did start working on irony. This is from Hands On Design, and this is on a 28 count old Amsterdam blue. If you know who the dyer is of that, is that Silk Weaver? I'm not really sure. It's not labeled who the dyer is, but it's called like Amsterdam blue, I believe. But this is the final in the series. So I have little swirlies to do down here, and then there's like some like dresses and like tops. And then the top I still have irony, the opposite of, and then there's 2 like irons on an ironing board. So I still have the top half, but I was trying to get the bottom half worked on. So this is going to come with me too. So that's what I did last night. Right, all this right here. So hopefully this one will get done this weekend as well. because I would really like to have that series finished. My dad, I thought that he was gonna like help me hang up a few things while he was here yesterday, but instead we ran a very important errand. And he trimmed some of my trees instead, like while I was finishing up working for the day. So I think whenever he brings Potter and Stella back, maybe one that'll be done and it will be ready to be hung, like officially. But I need his help hanging something else, so I'm hoping that while the Makita is out, we can get some of that taken care of. Okay, so let me show you the latch hook. So I worked on the latch hook Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I think. And so this is the back. I'm not gonna do this half of the bow. I had started this half of the bow, but because of this like color work inside of like the areas, to make it easier on myself, I'm gonna do this when the last part comes out that has the green work around the other half of the bow. So, so that's the back. Because the front looks crazy, and it's because I haven't trimmed it yet. I don't want to trim it yet. Whenever you trim it, you are at more of a risk of them falling off. And since this is going to be so big and come in and out for an entire year and get 4 times this size, I don't really want to risk that. I'm putting a lot of work, time, and all the extra supplies do cost a little bit more money to do this. So, so that's one thing, but I have kind of decided how I want to like finish this. I think I might do like a Wonder Under or something. If you remember that product, I think it's called something else now, but there's similar products. I think normally you put Wonder Under on something so that way you can then iron it onto, like it's like double back, but they have like a single one. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get something similar to like a Wonder Under, and seal the back, because I'm going to be cutting around this, and I may go through and do like a single stitch. I'm not really sure, but I want to seal this from them coming loose. And I'm thinking that something like that would be really good, because then it would seal it into these, into the canvas threads, so that way I can cut out the empty space around it and in the middle and make it a 3D wreath, which is the actual goal. So, so anyways, the front looks a hot mess because it isn't trimmed, but you can see things like you can tell that this is a light bulb. This one you can tell is a light bulb. It's a smaller bulb. You can't really see the star all that well right now, but you can see that ornament. You can see the candy cane. So I know that once this is trimmed, it'll look a whole lot better. But I think it looks kind of cool. I think it looks kind of cool, and hopefully I'm not making a massive mistake. So we'll see the more that gets done. I'm gonna fold this inwards. So it's getting really big, and I think the next part I'm going to have to get another canvas and link canvases. So that'll be really interesting as well, to double my canvas size. And then in like another month or 2 after next month, I'm gonna have to add another one. So it's gonna have a lot of building upon itself. So that'll be really interesting. Okay, so not really haul, but new pattern, and also being borrowed. So one of my favorite people on the planet, my friend Amanda. Hi Amanda. I always say hi to Amanda. So she's a cross stitcher, and we've known each other since junior high. So we're like actual old school friends. And she now does not live anywhere near me. She's so far away. So anyways, Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread came out with love notes, and they were super, super cute. And Amanda happened to be going to a new LNS to her. And so she picked it up and sent it to me. So I'm going to stitch these and then send this back to her for her to stitch them. And I got the Easter ones and the Easter set, and we're going to I'm going to send her the Easter one. So this will be something that I start, allow myself to start, and then whenever Easter gets here, and I'll probably like feverishly work on these. I've seen some people finish this already. Like apparently they go really fast. Looking at the pattern, they are very tiny. So I've already picked out all of my colors. I picked out different colors based off of the fabric that I picked. And so I'm actually going with a crystal fabric. Surprise, surprise, but it's a light colored crystal fabric. But this is the like leftover confetti from Picture This Plus that I have 2 giant pieces of that I was doing the Pretty Little City series on. So this is my color palette. I like it. I'm really excited for that. So this might get started sooner than later, and I might just knock out these smalls. So that way I can send this back to her. But I also may, so I may knock these out, knock out the Easter ones, and then send her both at the same time. So the other thing though that she surprised me with, she went to a quilt store, I believe for the first time, maybe not for the first time, but anyways, and she picked me up a little fat quarter of the cutest London fabric ever. I love this. So I don't know yet what I'm going to do with this, but it's beautiful and I love it a lot. So it's so cute. I've just left it sitting on my table because it's made me happy all week. Okay, so moving into what I'm going to be focusing on. So those 3 things. My wreath is caught up until the next pattern comes out, like around like February 20 something, I don't know, 24th or somewhere around there. And so gonna try and finish Laundry Co. so that way that can be fully finished and get hung up hopefully whenever my dad comes back this week with my children. I want to finish the Emma Congdon. I want to start the Love Notes. But the other patterns from my whip list that I've been really feeling lately, I have right here. So my Britter Cup Cats series. So I'm working on February. So I need to get this back out. This does not like directly say January, February, or anything like that. So this was January's block. It says Chili Paws. And then this one is 2 little cats intertwined and it says Love Cats. So I want to work on these, maybe get a couple more months done. Like maybe get all the way, am I going across or down? Maybe get all the way down 1 column of the patterns down the fabric and cut those off so that way I can start FFOing those and then I can move on to like the next set. But I would like to get these back out and start working on that series again because it's also just a fun series. Another one that I really want to get back to and to get finished so that way I can fully finish Christmas and Halloween is Christmas Rolls from Lizzie Kate. So I have 4 out of 12 rolls done and like about, I don't know, what would you say, like 45 to 50% done on the top. banner. So I still have a ways to go, but they go pretty fast. And I've just been really like, I want to work on these like colors, and so I pulled this out. So I have my little focus sets. Another one that has really been calling to me lately is this Texas pattern, which I will probably send this to Amanda as well whenever I finish it. So Amanda, you'll just have to get the little star button. But this is the All Around Texas from Redbird Designs. And so my Britter cats are on just a 14 count Ada that I tea-dyed. Christmas Rules is on 32 count Lugana from Pictureless Plus in sterling. And this is a 32 count Lugana custom print fabric, sunflower prints from Rogue Stitching. I picked a Texas flag photo and they put it on fabric for me. So if you were looking for some custom fabric, it is the new year, so they are starting that program. But if you want more information about it, I did a special video back in November, early November, about Rogue Stitching. So go check out that video. I talk about the custom print, or I talk about sunflower print fabrics, and custom print was part of that. But yeah, I would love to get this one back out, and I would love to get it finished. It's a fun stitch. It goes by relatively fast, and I enjoy it a whole lot because if you've ever met a Texan, we're all pretty much very proud to be from here. And it's just really fun to like stitch all of the I don't know, like hill country and Houston, and I don't know. It's fun stitching like the major city names, but also like the major, like, I don't want to say regions, but kind of like areas of Texas. So that's just like really fun. And I don't know, there's just something about it. I just love it. So this may also sneak in this weekend's bag, just in case I want to work on it a little bit sooner than later. I don't know. Like this is going to be one of those where I take like 5 projects and I only work on one. It's probably going to be one of those weekends. And then this is in a bag made by Cassie. And this is in a bag made by Emily. This is my Mr. Bones bag. And y'all might know what's in here. I really, really want to work on this one. One, I love the fabric. This is a silk weaver. This is, Emily finally told me that because I was like, what is this? It's called Days Gone By, and this is a 32 count Belfast. Like whenever I say this is like one of the best fabrics I've ever, I love Lugana, but this is like one of the best uneven linens that I've ever worked with. It's so soft, it's easy to like work with. But this is my Witches of Salem from the Primitive Hair, and I have the house left, the tree left, and the rest of this like wheat stalk. So I'm getting really close to being done, and I absolutely love it, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait. So this is another one that I wanted to get out because I've been talking about it for the last month of that's a priority. I want to get that one finished. And I started that with Emily too. So Emily, if you want to get yours back out, let me know if you have a date in mind. But I love that one. And I know a couple of y'all also picked up that pattern and started it because of me showing mine, and I love seeing y'all's progress on y'all's. So it's a fun pattern. It's a nice one. Okay, so then the last one that I'm pulling out to make a point to get some stitches on is my Frosted Pumpkin Fruit of the Month. I have a third of it done, and I'm trying to get a half done So I want to pull this out. I want to work on this. It's on an 18 count piece of Pictureless Plus in the color Whirlpool. So this is another one that I want to finish soon. Like I said, I finished the figs. I'm working on the pomegranate and the kumquats, and then I've just got to put in their Italian names. And then I have the top half, which is like the orange, the grapefruit, the cherries, lemons, raspberry, and kiwi. So I'm having really a lot of fun with that. This is another one that like I really want hanging up in my kitchen sooner than later. So I'm trying to get it done. The other thing, I was talking to Cassie last night. She's making amazing progress on her Hade. So you need to go, well, you need to convince her to make a video. Also, you need to convince Heather to make a video. Somebody go convince. I'm also telling you guys here, go make videos. Because I'm just seeing your faces. But I was talking with Cassie on FaceTime last night, and she's making amazing progress on her hot air balloon Hade. It's so beautiful, and we were just like talking about like the colors and like how sometimes they don't make any sense, and then once you get like almost a page finished, the colors like just like instantly, like it's like you add like an insignificant color to the page and it somehow like shifts the entire hue. It's so crazy. So they're just really cool. So another thing that I've always said that I'm going to do, but then I don't always seem like, sometimes I'll like do it but I don't actually put stitches, and I need to like start following through better on this, is I'm going to get my Hade out, like my first one, not my Titanic, my girl, and I'm bound and determined to try and put in a couple hours every week and get some of the black down. I mean, she's like 45 to 50% black, 310. I feel like I'm crazy. It was a long running joke that if a pattern had a ton of 310 in it, obviously I needed to stitch it. So, anyways, she's mostly 310. It's insane how much 310 is in this Hade. And so there's like solid pages of background that are 310. But just to start knocking some of the black down, because there's just so much of it, but starting to get that going, but then also like looking at her to be like, oh, I need to put in like some other work in you, because I started her in 2017 and I almost have 3 pages finished, but I should have more than that. Like I absolutely want her done and want her on the walls at some point in my life, and not whenever I'm like 87. So I need to start working on it. And I like, especially seeing Cassie's progress, like she's been putting in like so many stitches a day. I think she said she's like hit almost like 5,000 in this month, because she's just making sure to like do a little bit every single day. And I'm like, oh gosh. She was like, girl, you could easily knock some of that out. And so I just need to do it. You know what I mean? So, so that's going to be another priority for this year, is leaving her out, even if like the hoop is just always set on a fully black page and with just a single skein of black sitting, you know, right there, like just always ready to go. I can try to do, you know, like even like a full length. I'm doing it on 18 count Aida, so I'm doing 2 strands. So like, even if it's, you know, I do 1 length and I do all 3 like doubles or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Even if I do like that, like every other day or something, like I will slowly knock it out. So that's another thing that I'm going to do. Like I'm going to make it a priority to work on my giant Hade. And at some point this year, I also want to get out my mini Titanic because my grandmother has passed down, like shockingly passed down her Titanic memorabilia to me. And so I really want, like, wherever I have an idea of where I want to put one item whenever I like rearrange all the art in my house. And I think there's room-ish for me to put my Stitch eventually near it, and have like this Titanic thing happening. So, yeah, there's that. So anyways, that's kind of where I'm at with my progress. I want to get more things done this week. Yes, I did take off Thursday from stitching to like do some stuff around the house and spend some time with the cats. Or Wednesday. I didn't stitch Wednesday. That's what it was. What is today? So anyways, so I did take a day off this week. So the latch hook I worked on Monday and Tuesday, did not stitch Wednesday. So those are kind of like my focus projects for the upcoming month. So we have, obviously next month we'll work more on my wreath whenever that comes out, but that's like a day or two of latch hooking. It's not that big of a deal. But finish Laundry Co., finish the Emma Congdon, start the Love Notes, hopefully finish those. Whenever the Easter ones come in, knock those out because that sounds like fun. I want to knock out Witches of Salem. I want to knock out the Texas piece. I want to knock out Christmas Rules. I want to get more done on my Britter cats. I want to hopefully knock out my my fruit of the month, or at least get, you know, like a chunk done. Maybe then I'll put it away for a little bit. I don't know. I've been like, whatever I work on, I really want to like finish it within like a week or two time period, like once it's back out. And I want to take out my main Hade and like get some of that 310 out, get it done. So that'll be really fun. And so that's where I'm at. And yeah, so we'll see how much I get done over this next week. I'm really excited. I'm really excited just to see what all I can like touch and work on and get work done. And so hopefully you'll see 2 finishes, some work on a Hade, and then some progress on one of these guys, and also probably a little bit of like a new start. That's kind of what next week is looking like, because I'm in like this like frenzy, right, of finish things, but I still have a few things that I want to like start here and there, but like this frenzy of all these things that like I genuinely really want on my wall like soon. And the framing store sale is the first week of April. So the first week of April, I for sure have to go back home because I've got to take the quilt, I've got to take the magnolia, I've got to take the cat. And so we're going to go to the frame store and do that. And whenever those are done, then that's also probably whenever I'll like steal some stuff from my room back home that I want to bring up here, and I'll, you know, have my, like, I'll be like, I need you to come up for like the whole day, and we're going to take all the things off the wall, or maybe I'll already have things off the wall and like hidden in a room, fill in holes and like do some paint touch-ups or something, and be like, okay, let's make some new holes and replace all my art in new places, and have my dad help me hang up everything in new places, and with some like new art. I already know what I want where that cross is over there. I have a, if it'll fit. Ooh, that might be too skinny. It might not fit there. It might have to go somewhere else. Somewhere in my kitchen, I have a Lone Star beer mirror, like the one that, like, you know, it's like multiple color, and it has the armadillo, and the Lone Star with like the ribbon that says Lone Star State Beer, and it's from the 70s. Anyways, my dad had it forever, randomly found it up in the attic one day whenever I was like in junior high, and I was like, must be in my room. And so like I only see it like 12 times a year. That's insane. It should be at my house where I can enjoy it. It's not like my dad's enjoying it. He leaves my door closed back home. So my room back home is going to be very naked, but I'm going to be enjoying, I have some vintage art from my dad's like childhood bedroom. And I have like some vintage, like, I have a piece of tile that my dad's mom hand painted that's in a little frame. Like I have some vintagey things that mean a lot to me and mean a lot to like my family in general. And it just sits in my room with the door closed back home and is only like exposed like 13 maximum times a year. And it could be here all the time and being enjoyed. So my room back home is about to get very naked in the next like 6 months, but it'll be really cool. It'll be fun for me. So yeah, we might see about selling some of the stuff that I currently have that I don't want. So anyways, that's another reason why I'm like, oh, anything that I want to put on the wall also, I kind of want to like make a push for myself. So anyways, that's where I'm at. I'm kind of like in a hyper mood. I hope that y'all are having a fantastic weekend and had a great week. Have a great week coming up. I will see y'all next Friday. Love you guys. Stay safe, happy, healthy, stitching, all the things. And I will talk to y'all very soon. Bye.